So now we're going to prepare and plant our garden beds. And I've taken the compost here ready to spread on the garden. So let's go and have a look and see what we do. The compost is a feed. It should not be a banquet. So as far as it's concerned, you're looking to distribute those microbes you had in the compost earlier on, to cover them up and to plant right through them, give them all the nutrients they need. Some people make the mistake here of making their compost far too deep. And so it's like feeding your children one feed a year and saying that's enough. That'll do you the year. If you look after it, it'll be tons. But it's not. My game is little and often. Every time you plant a new plant in the beds, or new type of plant in the beds, put more compost on. Don't overdo it. What will happen is if you do overdo it, you tend to get very lush growth in the leaves of your plant and open it up to attack. That's the last thing you want. So now I've spread the compost on the bed. I'm going to turn up the sides here. The advantages we have of using a bed like this is that firstly, we do not stand on the garden bed. It is open, lots and lots of air in it, good compost in it, so you're going to get good response to it. Do not stand on your vegetable growing areas again. It's about the same as someone standing on your lungs or on your chest while you're trying to breathe. It's the same as standing on the ground while the poor plant's trying to grow. So these beds are made so you've got a pathway between each bed, and that's important. You walk on the pathway, the plants are in the bed, everybody's happy. So let's put some plants in here and make them happy. Now, these are little gems, a little butter crunch lettuce for early springtime for the restaurants. They love them. Early leaf stuff. Plant in what they call the quincunx pattern, like the 5-side on a dice. And here's where the intensive part comes into it. I'll get a lot more lettuces in here than the conventional grower would in any other system. This is just a pointing trail that I picked up from the second-hand shop just for a few dollars rather than buy an expensive gardening trail. It works just as well. You notice how the soil is nice and light and I'm standing on either side of the bed. It's beautifully open, ready for these seedlings to go in. And the other secret to planting plants is always water them, even lightly, immediately after. The reason for that is that if you water them as soon as they've gone in, the soil will close around the roots, shutting out the air. But if you don't water them straight away, you'll find that the air will form around the roots, and they could dry out, and so the plant won't take very well. So when you're watering, you don't want to have hard rain landing on your plants. You want to make it as soft and as gentle as you can. So when I'm watering, I hold the rows upwards and allow it to fall like gentle rain. Don't need a lot. We just want to water them in, wet them in. Here we are. See the glisten on top there? That's lovely. Watch as it goes in. When it gets to the point where you're seeing little puddles there, that's tons. No more, no more. Just let it soak in.